Army Stadium. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, pitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will start this game off with the football. And here comes Andrew Marsh. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Underwood unloads to the right. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Punt is in the air. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. He has a talented cornerback on the other side. He's really been looking forward to this matchup to prove how good he is. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Russell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Makes his man miss. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Fighting off the defender. Finding some room. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Give to the running back. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. That is their sophomore defensive tackle. They're very high on his future. Howie Rowe will get us up to date on how he's doing. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem, big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. They've got the screen set up. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. This is a designed run. Push down for the tackle. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. He'll keep it again on the option. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
The Wolverines are flying down the field. Tight end now in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. Got his man.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running inside, it's Marshall. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll run the option. The pitch. Got a little grass. The 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finished it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Sends it back in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Throwing Russell. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell makes the grab. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. So here comes the Michigan offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Play action with Underwood. Got it. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback and gain a couple of yards.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
All the way back to the 15. Made a defender miss. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Keelan Russell. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Lofts one deep down the right side. Goes high to pull it in. Brought down after the huge gain. Gets this offense set up at the 27.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Russell on play action. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Red pass, it's complete. Runs through a man. He might have space. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to the ground. And he's in! Touchdown, Alabama!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The run inside. It's Marshall. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Throwing, Underwood. Right on the money. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. He lofts one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball.
Breaks into the open.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Russell fires it beautifully in on the crosser. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in
maybe some room here. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown Tide! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
Really nice job of executing that time by the offense on the option play. Really nice blocking up front, and the quarterback there really had a two-way go. He could have pitched that. The pitch guy was wide open, but the QB decided to keep it himself. Down here in the red zone-ish area, he's able to make guys miss and take it in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They'll move the tight end. And go play action, Bryce Underwood. He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback keep. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Here's Underwood. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Underwood on target. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Sweet cut there. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Hey, third down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, fourth down coming.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They'll give it on the counter. Slithers into space. Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't...
Caught, and he's got room. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Running inside, it's Hill. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Just feeds the running back. Maybe a crease. Picks up the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Throwing Russell. Fires to the right. Complete. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Keelan Russell. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Looking for space, it's Hill. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Russell. Setting up the screen. Stopped short of the first down marker. They are in field goal range, and 3 would make it a 2-possession game.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Unloads quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Marshall. Oh, the sweet feet. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Quickly complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throwing Russell. Moving away from pressure. Makes a man miss. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
1st and 10 coming up. Snap in the shotgun. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Turns it loose deep. Snags it inside the 20. Slippery slide. Finding his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. Catches it at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Keelan Russell. Now improvising. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
To the air, it's Russell. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
First, and we'll start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be dragged down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Here they're trying to get it to the edge. And they'll knock him down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Russell finds his big tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And he pulls it again. He's been doing it time and time again. This defense has not changed up enough the picture, the look, to make it harder for this QB to make different decisions or make difficult ones.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got on 1st down, it's 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. Makes it past the marker. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Hill. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the beatdown has ensued.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They'll go to the counter play. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Snagged out of the air. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. It'll be 3rd and long. Keelan Russell fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Hands it off on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. Maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
The give to the lone running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
2nd down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Russell spins away from the defense. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. While they have a look at the injured player, will take a timeout. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Power football with the run. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wide receiver going in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They go play action with Russell. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And we'll start the 4th quarter by trying to boot a 3 through there. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. This time on target. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Just keep slinging it. And they can't make the connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Throwing Russell. Took a shot as he threw.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Back to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. Fires downfield. Picked off to stop the threat. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And this QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. They'll go right back to the run. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Third and short now from their own 48. This quarterback part of their running game. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He'll pitch it. Makes him talk to the hand. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Strong, firm tackle.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Russell on play action. Here comes the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wideout. Quick release by the QB, and he'll be brought down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. Keelan Russell. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. He's got him in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Dropping back, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
You You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and they're still willing to fight. And there's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing right. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
1st and goal, Michigan.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Wants to throw it. Wide out, trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
Getting set for the point after.
On for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll run the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one. As we check in with Holly.
People are so excited about how this young freshman quarterback has responded today. This is his first career start, but you wouldn't know it. Leading his team out onto the field just now, talking to the offensive lineman, he is poised, in control, and showing great leadership here in his first start. And he's performed well on the field. Guys?
Keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game. 2nd
down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Finds his tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.